All right. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'll tell you. Nothing's going on today. We're doing absolutely nothing for you. So if you want to pop in, and say hello, God's just got his head down working today. So I'll be mostly working. That's what I'll be doing. Where the chuff is that gonna go? Cause God is working his backside off. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Come on. All right. So if you do come in and you want to say hello, you can do, and I will have a chat with you when I see you. But I'm working my nuts off because these have got to be finished for lunchtime, which is in 2 hours, which makes it very difficult. Somebody here? Bryony Miller, you alright? What are you up to? And why aren't you at school? Why are you not at school? Are you twagging it today? What's talking? What's on here? Oh, you've been homeschooled. Is it because you're posh? Are you posh, Bryony? Canada's on there, look. When I go live on this, sometimes it does that squeaky voice, so I have to put my phone on to make sure it's not doing squeaky voice before I start going live. It's a busy day. Hey, hey. Mike K, you alright? Oh, you got bullied. That's not good, is it? That's not good. Bullies are fuckwits. Why do you wear a mask? Ouch, shit, that lot. Oh, that's not good, Bryony. I hope them people got done for that. I wear a mask because I once did a video about 10 years ago that went really viral and got me loads and loads of publicity and death threats. So I thought that when I came back onto YouTube before Christmas, I decided that I would be the same character as I am on Twitter. So if you go onto Twitter, you will find me under God the Good One, and you will see my character on Twitter is this. So I brought it onto YouTube. The good thing about it is I can say whatever I like. There's no association to anybody I work for or work with. They don't have to get grief if I say something stupid. So the mask remains. There you go. Yeah, that's disgusting, Bryony. So, did them guys get done? Our kids fucking awful sometimes. I'll tell you what as well, right? In my experience as well. Hello, John on the go. How are you doing? All right, Retro. How are you doing? In my experience, Bryony, right? Bullies, when they grow up, are probably the weakest people as well. when they get older, they're the failures. When I was a little one, tell you something, right? Did everyone get a message off Phoebe? I don't even know who Phoebe is. Yeah, you did. You did forget the quiz. You're forgiven. I think the thing is, with God, He forgives everybody for everything. Who's Phoebe? And now how come I ain't got a message off Phoebe? And is it a message saying that she owes me money? I hope it is. Da, da, da. All right. I'll have a look in my messages then. Are you going to view a school tomorrow? So hopefully things will change. All right. Okay. Well, I'll have a look. I rarely check my messages, but I will have a look. I'll tell you a little story, Bryony. Come on. When I was at school, the school bully sat next to me in maths, and he used to punch me and copy all my work. And if I didn't let him, he used to punch me harder. And I'm not a guy who. I was a little scrawny guy at school, and it didn't upset me. It didn't upset me. I used to think it was funny because the guy was thick. But my mum saw the bruises and she said, I'm going to go into school and sort it out. And I said, you don't need to do, because I'm not bothered about it. And I give him a bit of stick back. So sometimes probably I deserve it. Anyway, I'll tell you, finish that up in a minute. Won't be a minute. Yeah, okay. I'll have a look at my messages later on. Right, so anyway, the guy used to beat me up. I didn't mind it. I don't mind being beat up. I'm all right with that. So left school at 16 years old. Actually left school at 15 years old because I was the youngest person in my year. And so school had finished before I was 16. And always played a lot of sports. And just between 15 and 18, I grew to 6'1", and an athletic 6'1". So years down the line, I'm in a nightclub, and I can see this guy at the other side of the nightclub, and he clocks me, and he sees me, and he does that and starts walking over towards me. And when he gets to me, the boy's up to there on me. I'm like, oh, things have changed, haven't they? And you're like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, oh my God. And I didn't rough him up, but God, I could have done. Where did I put that bloody piece of paper? Yeah, the guy's now a drug addict, which makes me pleases me no end. Yeah, you're not going to spoil the surprise. That's weird, isn't it? Yeah, an old school bully. So the guy was bigger than everybody, stronger than everybody, and then 2 years later, the kid had just stopped growing, and I was 6'1". Like, yeah, all right, terrified of you, mate. But yeah, they do. Bullies usually end up being the useless gits, the guys that are on dole, the druggies, the dickheads, guys who go to jail. So don't worry about it. Just get it put behind you. It'll be good. It's an experience, isn't it? Yee. Kids are fucking mental, aren't they? I think luckily I've brought my kids up with a bit of common sense, and I know that one of my children has faced bullies up for other people and made them stop. I won't tell you too much about it, but I got called into the school because one of the kids gave the school bully a good hiding, and his parents was in the room waiting. So I had to go in, and they said, all right, sit down, God. Jesus had punched school bullies' lights out, and his parents were there to complain. And as soon as I walked in, the kid's dad stood up and started shouting and effing and blinding at me. And I did say at one point, I said, and I am not the guy to push around really. And he did say, he called me all sorts of stuff. And I said, look, mate, the reason that why your kid's a dickhead is because his dad's a dickhead. And after he'd gone, he went mental. After he'd gone, the teacher who was in the room said, yeah, you're quite right. That kid is a dickhead because his parents are dickheads. Not always the case, though, is it? They are cowards, yeah. Yeah, they do. They do. They get their comeuppance. They do, because people remember it. So later down the line, those guys they're the guys who get a beating, and they don't know what they're getting it for, but they're getting it because there's a deep-rooted feeling of anger against them. So, yeah, it's true. Bullies and bullshitters, they go hand in hand. Bullshitters and bullies. Because they've got away with it for so long, they think they can always get away with it, and they don't get away with it forever. One day, someone who's overtaken them on the ladder will give them a right good hiding. Now look at all the people around me that were pushy lads at school, and thought that they were king of the town. Look at them now; they're the quiet guys because they know, somebody has approached them and told them how it really is. There's always someone much, much bigger and stronger than you. Yeah. Well, if you're pushing your weight around and bullying people, you're also upsetting people that are bigger and stronger than you, and bigger groups than you. So, your little reign don't last forever, does it? Oi. So is this education for today then? Is this your homeschooling? God's homeschooling, Brian? He only works with the finest brands. Quiet day, innit, today? It's quiet. Quiet in heaven. So glad it's over. Yeah. All right, Peter the Modded Gamer. You all right? Pickleman the Joker. You all right? Yeah, I don't know what that means. Yep. Hi, mate. You all right? You were doing maths, but it's boring. Maths is boring. And all as well, right? Kids don't know maths anymore because you're allowed to use computers and calculators. Jesus just told me in his maths exam, they're allowed to take the calculators in. Fucking, how can you get that exam wrong? Might as well not bother. I'm doing good, Pickleman. How are you doing? It's good to see you in here. That's what I wanted. Have you got sorted with your house moving yet? Oh. Oh. That's another job done. Let's go and get another box. Another one done. We've been watching in the past. We used to do Jeremy Kyle on a morning, but I've been that busy. I haven't had time to do it. So there you go. And God's office is turning into a shop at the minute. So that's all happening. You're not doing good, mate. Oh well, man. I hope that gets cured and everything turns out good for you, mate. It's shit when people are poorly. I've gone through 2 years of somebody close to me going through cancer treatment. Thankfully, it's all good now, but the worst 2 years of my life, just absolutely awful. But the treatment that they've got nowadays is amazing, so hopefully it'll all be good. Marcel Harding, 5. An improvement, brother. Very good. Very good. Oh, hang on. Just need to text Mary. When you get dinner, please will you save me some money in change for work? Yes. There we go. Making the wife happy, look. There you go. An improvement. I hope you're not talking about my mask as an improvement to my face. Because this is actually my real face. Oh, for God's sake, woman, leave me alone. Da, 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 da. What's everybody else doing today? You should be bloody working like God. Because God's an hard-working bastard. What is going to be my next... Oh, I'll tell you what now. You can be the first to hear this. Get that on the iron. God is great, yeah. I pray it does. This is a third time, man. I hope it does. Yeah, I know what it's like as well, right? And for 2 years, I had so little time on my hands because I was all consumed by this. It affects you in every way. It affects everybody around you. And I honestly, I nearly went bust because every single bit of my day was consumed by this and making sure that I was available. And I couldn't really tell how poorly they were because it was a gradual sort of build-up of them getting weaker and weaker. And I couldn't really tell until I went to the hospital for when they went into hospital for 3 months. And then you start seeing other people that you don't know that are poorly. And you're like, oh, my God, this is how poorly my mate is. It was fucking terrible. Yeah, God's wife. Yeah, Mary. She used to go out with this guy called Joseph, right? Fucking loser. Massive loser. So I got her pregnant and then we got married. So I'm going to say, God's channel has got now about 860 followers or something, right? Which is it sort of steamrolled. Thanks a lot to like Rant Jams and Lunatic Dad and Green Bay Whacking, people like that. They've promoted it a little bit and it started growing. So I can see now there's a good likelihood that it's going to get to 1,000 followers. So when it gets to 1,000 followers, we're going to do a super draw and give away 10 God masks. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Everybody who's active on God's channel, we're going to put you into a hat and we're going to draw 10 names out and give away 10 God masks. So you can wear them on your channels if you want. People are asking to buy them, but I'm not selling them. I think you've got to earn them. So there you go. The big 10 mask giveaway. So I spoke to Rant Jams the other day and I think he's going to help do the draw. So I'll draw one, he draws one. So there we go. Hide, hang on, show. Just added us, good. Hi, happy to be here, show love, everybody, so please show love back. George Loika. What are you actually doing right now? Okay, don't want to burn me thing. I'm printing hoodies for one of the brands that I work for. My 8-year-old daughter asked me why her mama was sick all the time. So I talked to my wife about it, sat down with my daughter and told her what's wrong with her mummy. Yeah, terrible. I feel for you, mate. It's awful. Awesome. Lunatic Dad is awesome. Yeah, he is. Easy days. You want one? Earn it. Earn it, Welsh boy. I'll get you one. Yeah, want a God mask. Everybody wants a God mask. 3 then. I'm smoking. Don't be smoking. It's crap for you. God, do you have a merch t-shirt? Right. Well, I do, right? And it's, but I'm going to change it because it's on Cafe Press, which is a big swindle, right? So if I sell a God item on Cafe Press, I get about 6% or something. So I'm panning it off because 6% goes nowhere. And if I can sell like and make the proper percentage, then I can give some of the merch money to charity. So I should open a merch page at some point, shouldn't I? Please check out Stay Negative. Go and just so that I remember that, go onto one of the videos and just write it somewhere on one of the videos so that I can see it. Because I won't remember to check that out later on, but I will if you type it on. Because God never stops working, ever. And you get people, Mary sending me messages. Have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done? I'm like, do you know what? I never stop. There is, when I get a breather, I'll do the things that you want me to do. Bloody women, bloody bossy women, think that we don't do no. Did you run vacuum round? No, I didn't run fucking vacuum round. I'm at work. Where men go. I think Bryony, right? He's still here. Hang on a minute. I'm getting loads of YouTubers to send their merch t-shirts to me, and I will wear them. Okay, might get round to that. You're a good man. I can tell for real. I am. God, can I ask you something? Of course you can ask me anything, because I am 100% honest all the time. I learned my lesson about lying when I was 15. No, 16. I did something that got me in a lot of trouble. I tried to protect somebody from getting a beating off this nutcase by telling a lie, and the lie got found out, and it made me look. Never thought about it. It made me look really bad, and the local terrorist terrorised me for about 3 weeks. Him and his gang of nutters. And I thought, do you know what? I'd rather tell somebody they're a dickhead and get a good beating straight away. I see the guy a lot, right? And hang on. Am I a bad dad for telling my daughter that? No. Kids are not stupid, are they? It is educational for them to know, really, and then they'll react differently, and they understand it, and they'll behave better and stuff. So, no, I don't think so. I don't think you would. Don't try not to hide anything from kids. Kids aren't daft. So this, what was that noise? The local terrorist used to phone me up this is when I'm about 16, I think. Phone me up every single day. When I see you today, I'm going to kill you. Like, oh, getting me down, really getting me down. Or like, getting to a point where I avoided certain places in town because I knew he might be there. So this went on for quite a while. I'll come back to it in a second. Whoa, man. So this guy's phoning me up every day, telling me what he's going to do to me. And I'm like, in the end, it's getting me down. So me and my best mate talking about it, and I'm thinking, we should go get him, and we'll two up on him and give him a good hiding. Anyway, we were young kids, so I don't know if we had the bottle to do it. Anyway, so one night, totally end of me tether, phone rings. Mum and Dad are asking me what's going on, but I'm hiding it from them. So phone rings, and this guy's on phone. He says, "When I see you, you know I'm gonna kill you. You'll have to face me sometime." And I cracked. I totally lost it. I said, let me think. I said, do you know what? You're like 4 years older than me, and you've been doing this now for however long it were. I'm going to come and find you. And when I find you, I'm going to beat the living shit out of you. And phone went really quiet. And I said, and I'm coming to find you tonight. And I put the phone down. I was angry. I'd have rather had a good hiding than let this go on and on and on. So I got cocky with it. 2 minutes later, phone rings again. I picks it up and it's him. And he says, I'm really, really sorry. I've just found out who your dad is. And I'm like, whoa, I'm not having that. He said, I've just found out who your dad is, and I don't want any bother off your dad. And I said, no chance. No chance. I said, when I find you, I'm going to give you the biggest hiding you've ever had. That was the end of him. Never saw him again for about a year. He went into hiding. And I thought, do you know what? I should have just been honest from the beginning, and that wouldn't have happened. And the thing was, I told a lie to stop one of my friends getting a beating off this nutter. So, anyway. So I learnt my lesson about lying, and I don't think I've ever told another lie since. But I have gotten in a lot of trouble because I'm 100% honest. Because people don't like honesty. They don't like to hear the truth. I think we're reading it, yeah. I think when somebody pains your children, you lose your common sense, don't you? Oh, I'm going to say something to Bryony. Bryony, if you're still there, right? You could sack doing work. You could sack doing your schoolwork off. Get your schoolwork done right quick. You'll go get yourself a little part-time job. You'll be richest 13-year-old in town. And your mum will be out of work. She won't know. Get yourself a little cash-in-hand job somewhere. No, you're absolutely not a bad person for protecting your family. You should absolutely protect your family. But like if someone in your family's done something wrong, well then that's a different matter. If they've done something morally wrong, you can't always be 100% behind your family. You've got to use your common sense. And if they've done something wrong, well, they need punishment for it. You can't go out acting like a nutter just because it's your kids. But if somebody else is doing something bad to your family and they're personing it wrong, yeah, I understand. I understand how you lose your rag. Ooh, sometimes. What time is it? Oh my God. I've got a whole day to go. That's another one done. 2 more of these what to do, and then we're on to the big stuff. Work, 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 work. Here we go again. 2 more boxes left. And then we might have to go for a drive, which I don't want to do, but might have to do. Right, let's have a look. What's going on? Yeah, that does sound really bad. Did you ever? Oh no, that would lower the tone. I was going to say something about someone who did something horrible, but ow, you fucking hell, that's all. You do see a lot of people in court who attack people who've done something bad. I think that the security guards in court should let them at them a few times, really. Let them have a couple of minutes at it. Yeah. I'm good with that. I also think that police should be allowed to beat you up. Because police, I know that you have in America, there's a lot of injustice with police where they go too far. But you get all these people who, the kids get shot by the police, but the kid's carrying a gun, waving a gun around. Well, tough shit. You know, if you're waving a gun around at police officers, you're going to get fucking shot. But I do think that they should be able to give you a bit of a slap. If you drop litter, I think they should let you have a punch and go, fucking pick it up. Just to remind you, you've acted like a dickhead. I'm all for a small amount of dictatorship. I think it keeps you in line a little bit. But if there were no guns and everybody just had sticks, a little stick fight would be nice. Teach you not to act like a knobhead, wouldn't it? Presumably what you've done has got you into trouble. That's what I'm sort of sensing from what you're saying. It's got you into a bit of trouble. But it's all right by me because I'm God and I forgive everybody for everything. Almost. I'm not forgiving Jimmy Savile. He's not getting into heaven. He's a prat. Not forgiving Phil Spector. What's the guy called? He's an American actor who adopted a child and then married that child. That's weird as well. Yeah, I agree. He's not getting forgiven. We don't forgive rape and we don't forgive child molesters and people who are kids. They don't get in. But if you don't believe in God and you're an atheist, and you don't believe in God, or you believe the wrong God, and then you get to the gates of heaven, as long as you say sorry, you get in, because I forgive everything. That's how it works. It's in the Bible. It says, God forgives every old shithead. So there you go. Yeah, I don't know if you saw, if any of you are following me on Twitter, I don't know if you saw the new account that appeared a couple of days ago that I've been talking to a little bit, which is Moses. So Moses is my good mate Moses, and he got a retweet. He got a retweet off Ricky Gervais last Friday, and it nearly blew his phone up. It got that much reactions. He had to deactivate his account and switch his phone off. Yeah, they will. Ah, sickos, sick weirdos. They need a good beating. So did you get into trouble for what you did? Or did the judge sort of say, yeah, guy deserved it? Which I doubt he said that, but it'll be what he was thinking. What's my maid saying here, look? Need to book it early. People trying to book God's band, but they think that they can say, they think that they can book God's band for a gig and we turn up next week. Ouch, shit, that's hot. It's still hot. But that's not how it works. We need like serious advanced warning. Where's God's scissors? Because God's rock band, rock hard and rock heavy. God, I haven't heard that for a long time. I think it were off Ed Banger's Ball, wasn't it? See you later, Retro. He tried to attack her in court. What a nutter. I'm sure that'll add to his sentence, won't it? Yeah. I mean, I was just saying about, like, families of victims trying to attack the criminals in court. I think that's all good, but other way around is a bit... I think if you're in court because you're getting done for something, you've done something wrong. So sit fucking still and behave. Da, 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 da. We're gonna do this until I run out of product, and then we're gonna go for a drive with God. Oh, I hate driving. Proper hate driving. I hate it. I love visiting people, but the driving thing is a ball ache. So last night, me and Moses, if you watched it last night, me and Moses did absolutely terrible at bingo and in the quiz. What a dreadful failure. All right, mate, become and get yourself some rest. Yeah, I think anger management is nonsense. Obviously for some people, but not for what you did. Bloody anger management. You should be fucking angry. You should be angry for that. I'll tell you what a phrase I don't like as well. Islamophobia. Like it's a bad thing. If you've got Islamophobia, you're scared of Islam. You should be scared of Islam. It's fucking retarded. So I'm not saying all Muslims are nuts, but the whole script of Islam is riddled with violence. You should be scared that that's going to happen. Bloody Islamophobia. I live in Belgium. Very nice. We have a few in God. Yeah, it's look at Germany and Sweden. Jesus Christ. I mean, England's bad, but it's not. I mean, I have a lot of very, very good friends that are religious, and that they're not the problem. The problem is the lunatics, and you don't. The guys who stand in the street preaching it. Who stands in a street preaching about their hobby? That's retarded. I don't stand outside my front door screaming guitar chords at people. It's lunacy. Get a grip. Yeah, I agree. They are outspoken bastards, aren't they? They are totally outspoken. I mean, and they get defended for it as well, because if I was as a white atheist male, if I was to stand anywhere in the street and start screaming that being gay is wrong, I'm going to jail. If I stand in the streets preaching that certain religions are wrong and that you're all going to go to hell, I'm going to jail. But not if you're a fundamental Islamic extremist. You can say what you like, which also brings me back to why I wear the mask. So it's horrendous. The rights that they have are not in line with everybody else's rights. It's a disgusting time to live that the government that works for my country is defending people who slag off my country. It's retarded, and I can see it isn't going to last forever. There's going to be a massive uprising at some point if they don't sort this shit out. Because one day, and it nearly happened in France, one day an extreme far-right group will get voted into parliament, and it will be not because people believe in that they're the best thing. It will be because those guys that are in power now and the next best people that could be in power do not defend our rights and do not look after us. They're too busy looking after the rest of Europe and the rest of the world. So there you go. Hi, James Campbell. Yeah, I agree. Our country, we are... the British have got a horrendous record of joining in with other people's wars. Being part of the UN means that we have to stand by our allies. But I think the UN should be protecting themselves, not going to another country and protecting some other country that don't really give a toss if we're there or not. They only come screaming to us when their parliament gets overpowered. Well, tough shit. Sort your country out. No, it's not our problem. Look at the problems between Israel and the Palestinians at the minute. Not a lot of people get involved there, do they? The two most stupid areas in the world, which are both fighting over a bit of land that none of them want to make good. They just want the land. In Palestine, they've occupied that area since 1943, which has been solely occupied by them. And it's a shithole. It's a total shithole. That's why they want the best part of the land, because they've lived there all this time and made absolutely nothing. No swimming pools, no plants, no places to go sit and have a coffee. The place is fucking rubble. And that's why they want the other part of the land. And so the Israelis are protecting that land because they've made it better. None of them are right. Both of them are fighting over religion. It's nuts. Although they won't say that's what they're fighting over. Hey, Hazelnut Channel, how you doing? God, please forgive me. Mate, I totally forgive you. You did the right thing. Yeah, none of them are right. I didn't put them in. It's a shitty part of the planet that these morons believe that God gave them. Fucking hell, did he really? Did God really give you the sacred land? Well, I can tell you, no, I didn't. I didn't give you it. It didn't belong to any of you. Live there fucking together, you morons. Oh, just get another box. Won't be a second. Let's get together and feel alright. I have forgiven you. Yeah, it is. It's a shitty part of the world where people are too stupid to get on with each other. Go to a boxing gym. That releases your anger. Punching boxing bags calms you down. Whoa. Four bottles of that. Jesus. Jesus. I was in a place in Leeds last year where they were selling bottles of champagne for 350 quid a bottle. And I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. And the waiter came out and dropped 3 bottles and they all smashed. Me and my mates did a little mini cheer. We're like, yay! That's over £1,000, mate. Disgusting. Disgusting that people will fritter that money on that shit. Baby Sham. That's the stuff. That's the stuff you want. He would. He'd have gone in toilets and made one. Yeah, loads of money. So retro this week's quiz was on last week's quiz was on dead musicians, and Shannon L won. She got 9 out of 10. I'm sure she was cheating, but that's part of the game, isn't it? You're allowed to cheat, and you can copy each other's answers because they're there right in front of you. So next week's quiz, ouch, is going to be the best one ever. Yeah, I've got some very, very rich mates, and one of them in particular flaunts it, really flaunts it, and then he's amazed that someone breaks into his house and steals all his cars and shit. But stop telling people how rich you are. It's ridiculous. So this Friday coming up, right, is going to be on religion. You can only imagine how bad it's going to be. So I thought dead musicians were quite good because I can say some good things about them. But religion, it just makes total sense for God to do a quiz on religion on Friday night. You can only imagine how bad it's going to be for some of them. Yeah, real nice topic. Yeah, it has been, yeah. At 8 p.m. in the UK. I wish I could heal your wife. If I really had powers, and if any God really had powers, well, then they would heal your wife. Surely they would, wouldn't they? But in actual fact, no gods that have any powers, and praying to a God other than me is wasting your time. You are wasting your breath, because none of them gods will ever listen to a thing you've said because they're not real. I'm the only real one. Yeah, 1 hour. That's 1 hour of your life. I ran over by about 3 minutes this week because what I'm doing is I'm starting the stream, and then I'm sitting around waiting for people to turn up. What I should do is I should start it, and there should be a countdown clock on to when it, so that people can get there, and then I can start at 8 o'clock and just start asking the questions. But we're just learning, aren't we? It's better than any Saturday night quiz on TV. I think we had about 18 or 19 participants last week. So, winner. But if they are real and I'm wrong, it doesn't matter, because I'll get into heaven, because I'll just say sorry when I get there. And I will mean it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope all atheists are wrong. And I hope there is a heaven, because that would be awesome. Countdowns are where it's at, yeah. Pickleman, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We might be wrong. We might be wrong. There might be gods, and one day one of them will do something, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Put your faith in doctors. They're the guys. They're the new god. Doctors. Making life better. Yeah, why did they make all them viruses? Yeah, I agree. Fucking... Shall I tell you the story of how God became an atheist? I'm going to do this in a video. So, all right, Jamin Shaw, nice to see you. To see you, nice. He's dead as well. Right, so God's family are all Catholics. Went to Catholic school. I knew this guy who prayed and his prayers were answered. Coincidence. So God's family are all Catholics. And God's brother, I don't know if you follow God's brother in real life. God's brother is Satanic the 69 on Twitter. That's God's real brother. He is 2 years younger than me. So, small children, and this is a true story, this. I was 5 years old, and Satan was 3-year-old. And every Sunday, we go to Sunday school. I'll keep reading these. Yeah. All right. Well, I know you need to go. I'll do this right quick, right? So every Sunday, me and Satan go to Catholic like preschool. So adults go off and do some praying. We go off into like a little play barn, and they do tell us Bible stories, and then they wheel us into the church, and we have to do some praying. It's shit. It's crap. Even then, we thought it was crap because we want to play football, really. And so one day, my mother didn't go to church because she was poorly, and we go off to Sunday school with our babysitter, and they tell us all these bullshit stories, same as every other Sunday. We do some drawing, then we do some praying, and then we go back to get taken back home, and my mum's in bed. We're going to my mum's bedroom to see if she's well. I'll tell you, finish this in a minute. Won't be a second. Yeah. I wonder who does believe it, really. Yeah, right. So going to my mum's bedroom to see if she's feeling any better, and she says to us, "All right, boys, how did church go?" And my brother, 3 years old he was, my brother said, "I don't want to go to church anymore." And she says, "Why not?" And he says, "Well, you've told us that telling lies is a sin, and it's bad and it's bad." And she says, "It is a sin and it is bad." And he said, "Well, I don't want to go to church anymore because them people are liars." And she said, "Whoa, hang on a minute, you can't say that." And he said, "Well," she says, "why do you think they're liars?" And he said, "Well, they told us this story about a talking snake." And she went, "Right." And he says, "And the snake talked, and it told somebody to eat an apple. And that's not true because snakes can't talk, not ever. So they're lying to us. And my mum said, no, that's a story in the Bible. That really happened. And my brother said, that didn't really happen. And I looked at him and I went, do you know what? It's all bullshit. And that was the last time we went to church. And after that, our family, our big community family, stopped having anything to do with us because we didn't go to church anymore. That was the second I realised it was all a lie. 5 years old. I remember it clear as anything. It was right, yeah. Yeah, so yeah. One of the sins is that you shouldn't lie. Yeah, it's all lies. So, and there are people, I know there are people who say, oh, well, that's a moral story. But there's also a lot of priests who say that happened. Just like Muhammad flying a unicorn to the moon and cutting it in half happened. They really believe that happened. Those guys are idiots. So there you go. So that's when God became an atheist. And we didn't go to Catholic school, which is good. It meant that we didn't get touched up by any priests. And we went to Church of England school. It says Church of England. It means that's where atheist kids go. And I've gone through all my schooling doing religious education and telling the teachers, quite clearly telling them, you're wrong, you're lying, this is a waste of time. And it is a waste of time. So there you go. Cordelia Neres, how are you doing? Watching you on mute. Thank you very much. Big difference between Islam and Christianity is the book. Well, yeah. Have a great day. See you later, mate. I grew up in a Christian church, never believing it, wanting to. Good lad. Yeah, but the difference between the book is minuscule when you break it down. They have the very same story. So they've looked at the Bible and they copied the best bits, and there's a lot of things that are very, very similar. It's a copy of the Bible, which makes it even more funny. Yeah, the Vatican, what a swindle that is. But the Quran is different. It is different. Same sources, yeah. Yeah, they do. Because they've got to make it somewhat different, but the stories are very similar. And it's just they have different endings whereas God sent a plague of locusts. They chopped off children's hands and hung them from fucking trees. They didn't. I made that up, but you know what I'm saying. Sahara Hussein, how are you doing? Jesus was peace-loving pot smoker, and Muhammad was cutting off heath. What's that? Yeah, I know. Obviously, I've told you. So 5-year-olds when I said, yeah, this is not true. And actually, my mother was from a big direct Catholic family with 3 girls in it. And my mum was the most, or she still is, the most outspoken out of the family. And fair play to her. When my brother said, I don't want to go, they're lying. She said, if you don't want to go, you don't have to go. She didn't try and convince us and ram it down our throats. But the rest of the family, like, there's something wrong with your children. There's something wrong with your children. If they're not going to go to church, we don't want them evil people around our houses infecting our children. The world's youngest atheists. Very good. Wrote a song about gods. I have seen it, mate. I've heard it. It's really good. You cheeky bastard. And it's true as well. Like the words in your song as well. It's total fact. yeah. So don't miss Friday's religion quiz. It's going to be fearful. It may be that Friday's quiz is the video that YouTube removes, because I've already started planning me questions. You can speak freely because this is a 100% honest place. We don't do drama and we don't do bullshit. All right. Yeah, I think if they report your live stream, I think they do get shut down quite quickly. I got one shut down when I first did the first live streams. I didn't really know the rules, so I was doing them sort of a little bit clickbait. Man, I got 2 of them shut down very quick. And I got one taken off because I walked through a shopping centre that was playing a Rihanna song. That got took off. I got a copyright mark against me. So if Rihanna's watching this today to see if I'm playing her music, I'm not playing your music, and I weren't playing it last time. I think your songs are shit and your head's massive. So if you ring up YouTube to complain about me again, I'll be round your house to give you a slap, woman. Cheeky bitch. Bloody Rihanna and a chuffing umbrella song. Who writes a song about umbrellas? Get a bath, you knobhead. I don't actually know any other songs other than that umbrella song. So there we go. Lagging. We're gonna make a call in a minute. I'm gonna make a call now. I am gonna make a call, and you can witness the call. Megan Fox. Megan Fox is in. Where has she been? Cordillion Harris is saying that it's creepy. It's a bit cheeky, isn't it? Don't come in saying you're creepy. It's not. I don't think it's me. Right, let's make this call. You can listen in on my call. It's fine. Caller. Doot doot. He's not in. Hiya, mate. It's Lee. Do you want to just give us a bell? I've got some stuff ready for you. Thank you. Bye. Let's see what's next upon God's channel of stupidity. Right, where we at? Go in. See you later then, Retro. See you later. Rose Kitchen, hello. Welcome to God's stream. You've missed all the chat about religion and the good stuff. Yeah, I would love to see your new songs being written. I want a T-shirt that matches the banner. Well, actually, how can I show you that? I have some T-shirts. I was talking about it earlier on. The God T-shirt is on Cafe Press, but the Cafe Press stuff, you get like a very small percentage of what they make, and it's almost not worth doing it. But I said if I open a merch store and then I start selling things, well, then I can give the money from the profits to like a local charity or something. So I think I am going to open a merch store and just where the feck is that? I'm going to open a merch store so you can buy God shit. So it'll be up soon, I think. Witchy, you all right? God, I would love to do a review on one of your T-shirts if you make one. I will sort that. I will have that sorted. I just need some spare time because I'm so busy. But I'm going to do it. I promise I'll do it. I do everything that I say I'm going to do, even though sometimes I do it late. So there you go. All right, Queen Paula Banks. How are you doing? Oh, let's take that off there first. Yeah, we're getting there. That is the biggest job done. I am so happy that is out of the way. What do you say instead of "Oh my God"? Do you just exclaim me? No, I say. I do say "Oh my God," and I also say "For Christ's sake" as well. Which, bearing in mind, it's me that's not a Catholic, not my mum. My mum is still a pretend Catholic, and she still says stuff like, "Don't take the Lord's name in vain." So you can imagine my mum's surprise when I told her that I was God on Twitter for the last 5 years, and she went apeshit. And now she is even more fucking bemused with me that I'm now God on YouTube, because my dad is in the other room with his computer on playing my videos, and he's saying, "Come in here." Hang on. He said, "Come in here and see what your knobhead's done now." Come and have a look what the dickheads said next. Like, oh, I love it. Yeah, so there you go. For fuck all, yeah. Yeah, I haven't done in the early. Oh no, that was on Twitter when I used to do the live streams of my mum and dad's house. And my mum would say, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'll put we're live on God's Twitter." She used to get a real strop on. I love it. She's like, "You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead, God." Right then. Big stuff next. Oh, crap me there a bit. That is heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Give her life to Christ shortly before killing herself. Shit. Yeah. And you can't convince some people. I know religion is huge in America still, and like obviously in Asian countries it's huge, but in Europe it's not a big deal. England are sort of in, or Great Britain are sort of in the top 10 least religious countries. Iceland is number one, where only 4% of people in Iceland actually believe in God. Russia, they've grown out of it. So there you go. Yeah, she does. Yeah. Yeah, it is a cult. It is a cult. And thankfully, it's a cult which I'm the leader of, so can't be bad, can it? I did a video a couple of weeks ago, which was mostly about religion, and I lost 20 followers. So there you go. They don't like it when they're wrong. They don't like it when they're wrong, do they? Well, they're not wrong, are they? Who knows if they are wrong or not wrong? It would be awesome if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong and there is religion and there is a God and a heaven, it would be amazing if I was wrong, because I'd love to live forever. That would be brilliant. I'd sort of give anything to live forever. To go to a place where it's just about enjoying yourself and you live forever. Wow, you can do the things that you enjoy every day and you can never die. I would never have to work. I won't have to vacuum up. I can jump off buildings and fly. If I can't fly and I hit the ground, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to live forever because I'm already there. What a great thing that would be. Yeah, it's huge, isn't it? I know. I've got friends who've moved to America, and they're amazed at how religious people are. So yeah, sorry for you, mate. If it is a choice morally, the moral thing to do is not to choose religion, because it's morally wrong. Yeah, most of it is fucking morally horrendous. You only have to read. You only have to read certain stories in the Bible, and and fuck me, that's not the right thing to do. No, I don't believe in anything. I don't believe in gods, ghosts, aliens, spirits. I detest what are they called? The people who fucking speak to the dead. What are their names? Someone post up. What are they called? What is the name called for the people who speak to your dead grandma? Those people should go fucking straight to jail. That is disgusting. Your telepathy, they're morons, yeah. Cold callers. Cold callers, I get shitloads of them. It's not telepathy, it begins with H. Telepathy is the guys is the people who can read other people's minds. I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, them bastards should be in jail, lying to people and taking the money off them to make up a story to make them feel better. What they should do is they should take the 50 quid off them, sit them down in a room and say, look, thank you all for coming. What we're going to do tonight is I'm going to tell you, you can't speak to dead. They're dead. So chill out and I'll give you 25 quid back. Saved you 25 quid there. Cold readers. Mediums, yeah, mediums. But there's a... Oh, that's what they're advertised as, psychic nights, aren't they? Them evil bastards, they should definitely be in jail. Criminal, evil bastards. So there you go. That's my thought on them. Morons. Oh, this is going to be an hard job. Oh. Dog whisperers. Yeah. Dog whisperers. My mum also believed in all that crap. Some people do believe in it, don't they? Some people desperately want to believe in it because it's like a little outlet, like the savior of their life that they can believe. They've got something to look forward to and something to believe in. But yeah, you can't. I don't. I feel sorry for them. I don't detest that sort of thing. I don't dislike them people, but I do feel sorry for them. KC Detox Diva. Good morning. I am here listening. Not an input on religion at all. I'm spiritual and I'm a medium. Oh, you're a medium as well. Man, you know what I think about it. Yeah, I mean, you've got your opinion, but like, you're not speaking to dead people. That's a fact. And I like you watch these people, these poor people who someone close to them has died, and then they go to one of these psychic nights, and maybe it makes them feel better. So maybe there is a service there. It's making them feel better. But to tell them that you've just spoke to their dead relative, but they can't speak to them again. They're waiting for you in heaven. Oh, come on, really? Come on. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I die and I go to heaven and there's a guy waiting at the gate and he goes, right, you've been pretending to be God. What's going on? And I just say, well, sorry about that. I didn't realise that all this was true. They said, well, now you know. What have you got to say for yourself? And I'm like, oh, sorry. Then they go, right, well, we've got a policy of letting people who are sorry come in and we forgive you. So in you go. I'm like, I won't believe. I'll come back to Earth and I'll tell everybody it's real. If that's the thing that you're allowed to do. I hope you have a great day. Personally, I'm not angry with anybody about it. I mean, that's your thing. If you believe in that stuff, fair play to you. I'm not the guy who can tell you what not to believe and what to believe and what not to believe. If that's your thing, great. But I will absolutely stand by my beliefs, and my beliefs are there's nothing to believe. It is. Have you seen the Derek Acorah thing where he's in a room and he's talking to ghosts and he gets possessed and he says something really, really bad, and then he thinks the camera's gone off to a break, but it's live. And the woman in the video is called Annette Fielding, and they all start laughing, and she goes, "What did you say that for?" And he goes, "I don't know." And then they all start laughing, and then cameras come back on, or he thinks cameras have come back on, and he goes back into being possessed again. Come on. He's making millions. Well, he made millions and millions out of it. Hey, best friend in your thread, how you doing? Yeah, it is harmful. Somewhat it is harmful, right? It is in some ways it's harmful, but in some ways it gives people like a little bit of something to cling to. If you're already believing God and religion on it already, why not believe that it's great for your dead relative? You know, why not believe that? Give them something to believe in as well. Why? Oh, I don't know. No, I do know. It's fucking fundamentally wrong. But you're telling people that you're speaking to their dead relatives. You're not. You are not. Tarot cards. Tarot cards, right? So I left a room the other day because a woman were doing tarot cards and they have no sense of humor. I said something. I said, I'll twist on that card, please. And they said, if you're not going to take it seriously, you should leave. And so I left because I don't take it seriously. There's not a guy in Blackpool printing cards that can tell you what's going to happen in your life. There isn't. Them cards are just cards with pictures on. The rest of it is made up by you. Bloody tarot cards. Do, 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 do. Yeah. You are absolutely right about that. Hunting for the vulnerable. Jesus. If their connection was with God was so good, God would have sent them just to a few doors, wouldn't they? Yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right. Mormons, they're a right lot, aren't they? Jehovah's Witnesses. Now I know I know a family of Jehovah's Witnesses, and their small baby needed a blood transfusion, and they wouldn't allow it to have a blood transfusion, and the baby died. Come on, what sort of God is that? That God's a bastard. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like my song. I think you're talking about the last one, aren't you? The one about war. What is it good for? Them two are a pair of dickheads, aren't they? George W. Bush and Tony Blair. Both them two morons should be in jail. This has not been a happy chat, has it? This has been a tense chat. Yeah, they are. They're barking. Again, I'll tell you another little story, James. Right? Well, when I was, I'd say about 22 years old, and I'm playing in. I've stopped playing in my original band, and I'm playing in a band with my very, very best mates. Okay, so I got kicked out of my first band because I joined another band with my mates. So so we've been rehearsing. We played an afternoon gig, which are really unusual to play gigs in afternoon. All gigs are at night. But if you could get an afternoon gig, it meant that you could play in afternoon, then you can play at night and earn double money in that day. So we played this afternoon gig. And my best friend, his wife, had just had a baby, and she got a terrible what's it called? What's it called? It's like where they go barking mad. It's like baby blues. It's not that though. What's it called? I don't know. She went mental. So she's got mental issues, and it's all part of the hormones after they've had babies. And so we came home one day, and they'd had a lot of arguments, right? Loads. They've been arguing like mad because she was doing some bizarre stuff, and he's trying to be nice, but like it's wearing him down. And postnatal depression, it's called. So yeah. So she goes, she's gone bonkers, and we're out playing. We play this gig joint day. We come home at about 6 o'clock before we set off to his next gig, and she's got the Jehovah's Witnesses sat in the living room with all the books and pamphlets out, and they had just found like you said, somebody they can prey on. And she'd invited him in. And she says, "Oh, come and sit down and listen to these people. They've got something to say about God." Like, really? You want an heavy metal band to come and sit down and talk about God? That would be ridiculous. Anyway, they split up not long after, and she and this church took her in and for a little bit, and her mum and dad had to sort of intervene and get her some medical help. I speak to her now about it, and she says like, I just didn't know what I was doing. I'm just looking for anything to grab hold of to like save me. She's not religious at all, but yeah, I think they were going to eat her. You took it to the real, yeah. Yeah, poor lass. Yeah, she went barking. She went barking, and what you don't need is if you've got a mental problem, like you said, James. If you've got a mental problem, what you don't need is mental people trying to take you in and be your mates. Right, this is dead boring, isn't it? Oh, I'm gonna be here all night again. Shall we change subject? Because I think we've had about an hour on religion and talking to the dead. Yeah. It is entertaining. It is interesting, isn't it? Because it's interesting because from where we stand, where we absolutely believe we know the truth, there's also a little fence, and over that side of the fence is some other people who absolutely believe what we believe. They know the truth about what they believe as well. So, and I hope me and you are wrong. That'd be ace. I hope we're wrong. And I hope when death comes for me, he comes and he grabs me and he goes, "Come with me, God. You are in so much shit." Like, whoa. I'd rather. I tell you what. We were talking about this other day. No, my new band. My new band. Not anywhere yet. You can't see any of it at all. I hope I'm wrong, right? We're talking about this other day, right? That I would rather die in an alien invasion than have a heart attack. I'm not sure. That would be fantastic if aliens were real and they came down to Earth, laser beaming, blitzing people like War of the Worlds. I'd rather die like that than die in bed or in my sleep. At least when you're dying like that, you're gonna die in a little bit of excitement. You'll be like, and you discover that aliens were actually real. That'd be awesome. Imagine like, and then if you imagine God's real, right? You'd be still, death would come and get you. You'd still be shell shocked from alien invasion, and death would be saying, "Right, you're in trouble, God. You're in trouble. Wait till you get up there. Real God is going to kick your ass. You've got a lot of explaining to do." I won't be listening to it. I'll be like, "Fucking seen some aliens. Saw some aliens. Some alien ships came. I'm like blitzing people. You won't believe it. And they're big." I'd be fucking won't be able to shut up. By the time I got to God, I'd be like, "You won't believe it, God. Sorry about being God, but you won't believe it. Aliens are real." You'd be like, "Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Sit down. You've got some explaining to do." Anita, how are you doing? Welcome to my room. Chances are slim. They are slim. You should write a song about that. Don't know if I'm clever enough to put them lyrics together and make it into a good song. If they were real, I'm good, thank you. It's lovely to see you. How are you doing? Everybody, Anita's royal. So if there was really a God and I got to choose which religion I was going to be, I'd choose a crazy one. I wouldn't be. What about that guy? The guy off Wild Wild Country, the Rakeshis. That's a good religion because they like it's like free sex with like open relationships and stuff, and that were a good one. I'd probably chose that if it's still going. I do nothing special. I'm good. I'm very good. It's lovely to see you. Charlene, Indiana Fishing and Gambling. Hello, how are you doing? She likes my stream, yeah. Yeah, some sort of sex cult. That's just, what a good idea. And I watched the program on it, and apart from them being absolutely barking mad, it looked like a pretty good lifestyle to me. The Rakeshis, I think they were called. I thought when I was watching the program, that Wild Wild Country, I thought by the end of it, this is going to turn out that this cult of people are going to kill each other. It's going to be like one of big mass suicide. And actually, it didn't. What they did was they got broke up and they ended up moving back to India. So there weren't a sad ending to it. Although he died, but he died of old age. He ran off and left them as well when they got in shit. Well, the problem is I don't want to be in that pot smoking religion because I am the guy that smokes weed and turns white and be sick. So it's no good for me. And I'm already in an alcohol drinking religion, I think. So there you have it. Yeah. I have said this is my sentence on pot smoking. My pot smoking career ended 20 minutes after it started. I think I was about 16 or 17. I'm like, I won't be doing that again. See you later. Enjoy your party. Godjade Gaming, how are you doing? It's nice to see you in here. I'll tell you another little pot story, a little God pot story, right? A couple of years ago, I went to Amsterdam. Not for the smoking. I went on a business trip to Amsterdam. The guys who are in my business are all good fun party guys. So at night, Ajax were playing. Town was absolutely buzzing. So I went into Amsterdam. Every single bar is a pot smoking bar. There's a few drinking bars in centre, but Jesus, all the cafes and stuff are pot. So we're walking to let's see where we're at. Yeah, I imagine. It's going good. All right, Vampire. So we're walking away from the city centre in Amsterdam, and there's some lovely bars outside at Canal. They're all smoking bars, but they serve booze as well. So I said, shall we nip in here and have a drink? And you're getting Dutch pop music is the worst music on the planet, right? They make their own videos like we do on YouTube. It's garbage. So the music is like poppy dancey. It's all colourful and badly edited rubbish. So we goes in this bar and they've got some Dutch TV station on playing crap Dutch music. And the videos are so crap, it's entertaining. So I said, come on, let's get a seat and we'll sit in here and watch this. So we sat watching this pop music. Goes up to bar and gets like 5 pints of beer. And the guy goes, beer? Really? Like, he's trying to sell us some sort of smoking stuff. I went, beer. And I goes upstairs to the toilet, and all the smoke from everybody smoking weed had risen up to the top of the building into the toilet. I was in there 2 minutes, and I was sick. And I came downstairs, spaced out my head. I had to go sit outside the canal to get over it. I was like, right, not going in any more of these smoking bars. Feel like shit. So there you go. Thank you very much, Vampira. It's good to see you in here. I'm glad you like it. Sandra, you all right? You have missed the conversation on the paranormal. Jesus. Yeah, I'm very good, thank you, Jay. It's nice to see you. I am a female. Well done. Can you join me? Yeah. Hey, Slicer G, how are you doing? We're going to wrap this up in a bit. We have been here forever. So this has been a long stream, but I've got jobs to do. And I'm going to have to go for a drive this afternoon, which I don't want to do that. Don't want to go for a drive, but I've got to do, because I'm not going to be able to complete my work if I don't. So, bugger. But I'm nearly done. This job is nearly done. And once it's done, God is going to be a very happy man, because I've spent all week on it. In fact, I think I underpriced it. But there you go. It happens, doesn't it? You know the thing like about spam words, about don't say subscribe and stuff like that. I don't know if that's a true thing, because people always say subscribe in mine. I think if you put it in your title, then you're in trouble. But people always say subscribe in my stream, and I never get any of them taken off. What are you doing? I'm printing. Some products for a really famous government building that I'm not allowed to talk about, but it's. I was so happy that I got the job because it's funny. It made me laugh, but I can't speak about it because it can't be linked to Bob's channel, or I'll get in trouble. Make them look stupid. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, when people say it in comments, I do. I also, as well, if people say not even like spam words, if they say if they just come in and say follow me back, that ends up in my spam as well. If they say subscribe, if they say subscribe to you, that ends up in spam as well. Yeah, I know they're not watching your videos. Yeah, because they just come in and they're copying and pasting stuff. I think if they say the same thing a few times as well, if they're just copying and pasting the same message, then YouTube quickly picks up on it that they're not actually doing anything other than gathering followers. So I don't mind if they're like gathering followers. Knock yourselves out. Makes no odds to me. And also this thing where they say press 27 if you've followed me, and then lots of people go 27. Like I've never lost a stream because of that. I don't get a lot of them people in anyway. So today we had this first little bit of drama, and I feel a bit for the lady, because she obviously believes in what she does, but when she was sat listening and she didn't say a right lot about it, but it weren't drama. She's lovely, isn't she? She's a lovely lady, but obviously she was a bit upset that we don't believe in what she believes in. Well, thank you very much for coming in. It has been a good chat, actually. Yeah. From Maria the Dancing Queen. Guys, if you've not seen Maria the Dancing Queen, lump on board. Go and have a look. She gives it some. Oh, gotta go, guys. Oh, no, don't. I'm not on my phone, am I? No, then, mate, you all right? Yeah, good. All fleeces are done. So if someone could come round and collect them, that'd be great. I'm gonna. Well, I'll wait till after dinner if you want. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be here at 1. I'll wait for you. Cheers. Thank you. See you, mate. Well, now, obviously now the people who I'm doing the work for are going to come round and collect stuff. So God's stream and God's banner and stuff are going to have to disappear in a minute because they can't find out that I'm God. She is the dancing queen. It is relaxing. We don't get drama in here. We don't do drama. Do you know what? I do see it on other people's streams who get like loads of drama. But I think if you're talking about miserable stuff, then you're gonna get miserable people in, I think. So we don't do that. Do 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 do. Oh. So shall I and some of these people might be in here listening, not partaking, but I have almost severed ties with the mourners. So if your channel is about mourning about how shit everything is, there's a good chance you might have seen that I've disappeared. It's not good for anybody. Nobody should be burdening everybody with their problems. I know some people, if you've got a little group and you've all got a problem, by all means have a chat about it. But it's bad for everybody's outlook on life if all you're doing is mourning all the bloody time. Hang around with mourners, you'll become a mourner. If you hang around with criminals, you'll become a criminal. So surround yourselves with happy people, because if you don't, you'll be miserable. If you've got some miserable gets in your life, close the door on them, get rid of them. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Drama. Yeah, positive thoughts. Get your heads up and get working. And if you have got something that's shit in your life, work harder to defeat it. Just work your way out of it. I'll tell you what, right? 2 tips that you need to know, right? That are mind-changing tips, right? The first one, if you're in your car and you're nodding off, either pull over and have a sleep, because it's not worth being tired and falling asleep in your car and dying, or eat a packet of crisps. Eating a packet of crisps wakes you up. It's an amazing thing. I had a guy say it on radio, because I do a lot of driving. Eat a packet of crisps, the crunching sound in your head changes your mindset and wakes you up. You won't be able to sleep after that. So there you go. That's tip number 1. Hang on. Tip number 2, I'll tell you in a second after I've read these. All right, Written and Blood X, how are you doing? Nice to see you in my stream. I think this is a first, is it? A first, a virgin. Yeah, you're right. Life is too short for that. You don't need that rubbish. Are you going? Good to see you, Vampira. Maria the Dancing Queen. So tip number 2, okay, and this is what I was going to tell you first, okay. So tip number 2, if you're in a bad mood, whistle. Get a tune and whistle it. You can't come out of whistling and be in a bad mood. You can't whistle angrily. Whistle for 15 minutes. You just will not be in a bad mood. You cannot whistle and be a stroppy bastard. So there you go. That is life-changing tip number 2. Get your whistling head on. Angry whistling, no such thing. You can't whistle heavy metal or grunge. Whistling. Yeah, whistling. It's like, it's the cure for anger. We were talking earlier on about his mate who went for anger management. Just drop me 50 quid and we'll go live and whistle together for 15 minutes. Job done. Anger cured. Da, 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 the dancing queen. Ah, ah. Do, 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 do. Oh. When I've got all these open, then, oh, no, right, that's it. Job done. I need to go now. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming into God's stream and allowing God, watching God work and talk shit for nearly 2 hours. It has been nice to chat rubbish with you. I enjoyed the religious stuff. I enjoyed the paranormal nonsense, the talk about aliens invading Earth. That one day I might be wrong and I might have to face a different God who's going to be proper pissed off with me, and I'm going to say, so I'm going to say sorry, and he'll be, well, it's all right because we have a rule where if you're sorry, then we'll let you come into heaven still, and we do generally forgive people. So I enjoyed that chat. I don't even know actually what we started off with, but there you go. It's done. Stream over, guys. Thank you very much for coming into heaven and watching God, and I might see you all later this afternoon if I get a chance. So there you go. Joss, we've got the biggest game of our lives coming up, haven't we, Joss? Come on. Right, see you later. See you later, everybody. Goodbye. See you later.